Hi guys, and welcome back to Ty Denise. So today I'm coming on to share with you my makeup stash basket of the week, but I'm also going to share with you how I do my stash basket. It just makes things easier for me. So if you guys are interested and would like to see my stash basket, how I'm storing my makeup to use my makeup during the week, stick around and we'll just jump right into it. Okay guys, so before we begin, I just wanted to share with you where I picked up my acrylic drawers. I get asked constantly by family members and friends when they come over and they're going through my makeup, you know, like, where do you get your acrylic drawers? And I tell them the 99-cent store, and they look so perplexed because the quality of these drawers are absolutely amazing. They are right up there with the Container Store acrylic drawers that you buy, and I know there are a ton that you can pick up at your local Dollar Tree. The difference between those and this is that this one is double the size of the one that you would get from the Dollar Tree, and also the quality is much better. It's a thicker acrylic, and then there is a lip that runs around the top of this, and these snap into the other drawers, making your products that you put in the drawer secure, so you don't have to glue anything down to keep it in place. It actually locks into place and it's secure. And I've been using my little vanity system, my makeup stash vanity system, for about 3 months now, and I have no complaints. So I'm really impressed with this. Now this is $2.99 at my local 99-cent store. They do sell products that are over 99 cents, and where I found this was in the home decor aisle or home organizational aisle, and you do kind of have to look for them because they sell out so quickly, and my local 99-cent store has stocked this from what I have seen 3 times over the course of 3 months. So this is an amazing find. I'm so pleased with the quality of this and the size of it, and it makes everything so organized. It saves space, and you can really see everything at a glance, just like it says on the packaging. So I wanted to share that with you guys to let you guys know. Check out your local 99-cent store. Ask the stocking clerk when they're going to restock the item if your 99-cent store is sold out. But yeah, amazing find at my local 99-cent store, and they've been restocking it. So we're going to jump right into my makeup stash of the week. I hope you guys enjoy. So this is the topper, and this topper, I picked it up from the 99-cent store, like I said, and it retails for $1.99. It goes on top of all of those drawers that I just showed you. This is part of that same system, and it locks into place. It looks like this, and this is what I have in here. Okay, so this is my first drawer. For my foundation this week, this is what I'm going to be using, 2 powder foundations. This is the makeup brush that I will be using, and this is the number 211 All Over Powder Brush by It Cosmetics. You can pick these up at Ulta. It's so fluffy and dense, and it really does just airbrush the powder into my face. It's just beautiful. I'm going to be using this powder here, and it is the Cover FX in N90. I'm going to be using this one here. Then I also have just recently picked up this one here. It is the Maybelline New York Super Stay Better Skin Powder, and I'm using it in the color 95 Coconut. You can see I haven't used it. I just opened it, and I'm throwing it into my stash this week. So this is my foundations of the week that I will be using. So now I'm just going to pop that drawer back in there. And then I'm going to move on to the next drawer. And this drawer right here is what I would do to conceal and then set my under eye concealer. So that's what this drawer is all about. I'm going to be using this week my favorite. It's the Laura Mercier loose setting powder, and I'm using it in translucent. It's one of my favorite. I also like to use it with a powder puff that it came with. Then I also will be using my Ben Nye Luxury powder if I want to kind of really go full on bright underneath the eye. I will use this one. This right here is my Tarte Shape Tape. I use this as a concealer, but I also use this to spot treat areas on my face. It's one of my favorites. So I'm going to be using this, and then I also am going to be using my Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer. This looks awful, but it's only because it's sitting flat, so all the product is on this side. So it looks really empty and like not mixed well, but it is. It's just, it is what it is. So anyways, I'm using it in number 60, and this is not gone bad. It's a somewhat new bottle. For my sponge, I will be using this sponge here by Real Techniques. It's the dual-ended one, so I'll be using that. And then I like to use this e.l.f. highlighting brush to set my under eye area. I dip into the powders and then I kind of press it on and then sweep it away. This is my favorite brush for doing that. So all of that goes in here. And then I do have my beauty blender over here. If I do decide to wear my Lancome Totally Dough liquid foundation, I will then use that. But these are, this here is the concealer and setting powder drawer. And as you can see, as we go through these drawers, they're how I actually apply my makeup and put my makeup on. So as we go through the drawers, this is actually how I apply my makeup. I go in these same steps every single time. It doesn't really change too often how I go about applying my makeup. So that's how my drawers are set up. So this next drawer would be my highlighting and contour drawer. The two brushes are my favorite brushes in my collection. They're Ride or Die. This one here is when I first got into doing makeup and I wanted a good set of brushes and didn't want to make a massive investment in brushes. I started off by purchasing this set of brushes from Crown Brushes. Both of these brushes come from Crown Brushes. So if you need an affordable brush and you want something that has excellent quality, I do suggest checking out Crown Brushes. Great selection there. So anyways, so this right here is a Ride or Die staple product for me. As you can see, it's well loved. It's by Milani, and it is the number 05 Soleil Baked Bronzer. It is just the most prettiest highlight for me, even though it is a bronzer. Then the reflex of finely milled gold in here just go on effortlessly. So beautiful. It's a very natural but yet golden look for me. My favorite. So I have that in here. Now this one right here is new to my collection, and I am a huge fan of Physicians Formula. Even though to me it's not CoverGirl friendly, it doesn't really cater to deeper skin tones. There's a lot of amazing products in this line that just work. So this is the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter, and I'm using it in Rose Gold. And when I tell you, this is legitly one of the most prettiest drugstore highlighters out there. I think it's rivaling anything high-end. It is very soft to the touch, almost where it feels like cream. It has a wet feel or texture to it, but it goes on like a powder. And what I do is I just dip a little bit of this brush in there, I tap it off, and then I apply it. And you can definitely see this highlight from the moon. You can definitely go soft hand with this or full on heavy hand and get a really extreme highlight. This is absolutely potent. This is a little potent highlighter for sure. Then this is my Ride or Die. I'm going to be trying to use this up. I've had this forever, and it is truly a staple contour palette for me. It is by IT Cosmetics, and it's the My Sculpted Face. I have the newer one to this. I just haven't had a chance to get into it. But this is what the products look like. And as you can see, this contour color, I finally hit pan. But it's just my favorite, hands down my favorite, and I switch between a couple. There are 3 or 4 that I switch between, and I finally hit pan on this, and I feel like I've done something. But lately I've been mixing these two colors for a subtle, very natural contour, not where it's so sharp, more where it's softer and it doesn't look like I'm wearing a lot of makeup, and that look has been working so nice for me. So I've been using both of those together. So this is everything that I will be using this week to highlight and to contour my face. And so this next drawer is the drawer that I would use in the next step of doing my makeup. And these are my eyeshadow and eyeliners. All my eye products are here. So this first palette I want to share with you is one of my favorites. It's by Eyeshadow. It's the Mink palette, and this palette I purchased because I was trying to replace another palette that was like my staple Ride or Die palette by Wet n Wild, and it was the Vanity palette. Now, the Wet n Wild Vanity palette definitely is a drugstore palette, but it was amazing. But I wanted something high-end that was easier to use, that worked well with other eyeshadows and whatnot. This is that. A little bit of these eyeshadows are so potent. A little bit goes a long way. This is a beautiful everyday palette. I think anyone and everyone should own this particular palette by Eyeshadow, and it is the Minks, because it's versatile and the colors in here are beautiful, and you get an absolutely amazing, beautiful smoky eye, wearable during the day and the evening. You can go light, you can go intense, it's just your preference, but the pigmentation of these eyeshadows are outstanding. So I did throw this into my stash this week. The next palette I'm going to be sharing with you is a Ride or Die staple palette of mine. It is the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. It's well loved. As you can see, Morocco is my favorite transition color almost for any eye look. On me, on some others, but definitely on me, I can say that this is a very neutral type of red kind of undertone that I like in my transitions. It's very natural on my skin tone, and how I like to use this is right along here. I like to use the Caramel, Morocco, and then the Deep Plum. On me, the Deep Plum doesn't come up reddish or brickish or plummy. It actually comes up brown. So everybody's eyelids and their coloring is different, and you have to find palettes that work for you. But for me, this is a neutral, what I would consider to be a neutral palette. These two colors here, these two eyeshadows, I would use like in the inner part of my eye to kind of brighten it up and highlight. And then here I have some colors if I want some drama and whatnot. And then we have a really good black. So that's this palette I'm going to be using this week. These next two items are eyeliners. Now, these eyeliners are my favorite liquid eyeliners. Nothing comes close to these. I use these all the time. I replace them all the time. I have a black and a brown, so that's saying a lot because I usually only stick with brown eyeliners and things like that because I feel like brown is just a softer look. But this black is so intense, and because this is so pinpoint precise, do you see that? It's just so gorgeous that you can really do a sharp cat eye, a clean, sharp cat eye, and you need a good black to do that. So this is my favorite black. And if I didn't tell you guys, these are by Physicians Formula, and they're the Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner and Serum. I have it in Ultra Black, and then I also have it in a Deep Brown. So I have that out. This one right here is by Maybelline New York. I'm just trying to use this up. This is the Maybelline New York Master Precise Skinny. It's a gel eyeliner, and I have it in Sharp Brown. It is truly one of my drugstore favorites. The only downside to this is that I feel like I go through these so fast, and the product, see, there's just a touch of it left, and I'm going to use that last little bit, but you can't crank the product down. I hate that about these type of eyeliners where you can't crank the product back down. So yeah, that's the only downside. But actually the formulation of this, the wearability, how it lasts, the applicator, all of that is A1. It's just amazing. So it's definitely one of my drugstore favorites. Another one of my drugstore favorites, and this one is a staple one also. This is by Jordana. It's the Easy Liner for Eyes, and it is brown suede. This one I actually like to use when I'm going for that no makeup look because it's a softer brown. It's not as deep of a deep dark brown, that you can just put this a little bit along the eyelash line and in the waterline, and it just looks so beautiful, and it adds just a hint of I don't know, drama to the eyes without looking like you've done a lot. This one is the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner, and this is in brown. And the way this is designed, it's chunky. So how I like to use this is I will swipe this in one swipe across the eyelash area and then smudge it out with a smudger brush or a sponge or something like that, and it gives me so much drama without having to put on any eyeshadow. This is such a must-have for me for summer. It's my favorite. I already own it. I buy these year-round. I have it in black. I barely use the black, but the brown that I did have was like a little nub, and so it was time to throw it out and get a new one. So this is my new one. And then I have my Milani eyeshadow primer. This one is legit. I swear by this. It works with every single eyeshadow. If you have oily eyelids and you really want that eyeshadow to stay in place, this is definitely the way to go. It is my favorite. So I have that in here, and then I have a couple of sharpeners. Both of these are by e.l.f. And the reason why I like the e.l.f. brand is because I feel like the blades that are in here seem to stay sharper for longer. So yeah, that's this drawer, and these are all of the products that I will be using on my eyes. So this is it. And the reason I'm not showing the mascara in here is because I actually have the mascara in a drawer here on the side, because I like for my mascara to sit straight up and down. But if you were wondering, the mascara I'm going to be using is my Ride or Die. It's the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. So amazing, so legit. So yeah, I'm going to be using that this week and every week after and forever, as long as they keep making it. Okay, let's put that drawer back up, and then let's go to the next drawer. So this next drawer is my eyebrow drawer. This is the drawer that I will be using to do my eyebrows. This is my Ride or Die. I'm a huge fan of this. This is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Universal Stencil Kit. I only use 2 of the products out of this entire kit, but they work. And so it is what it is. This is the color I like to use on my brows. It's so, so beautiful. No lie, the color is perfection on me, and it doesn't matter what color I'm putting on my eyes. It doesn't matter what color my hair is or how I'm styling my hair. This this powder works amazing for my brows with any look. It's truly the perfect color for me. And this color right here, as you can see, I've hit pan on it, is also my favorite. I use it with every single look that I do. It is this very beautiful vanilla, peachy, not too bright, just muted enough color that you can use this under your eyebrows, and it just makes the eyebrows look so clean and neat, and it kind of makes you look awake. This is just a must-have color. I wish I could just buy this color by itself. It's my favorite. And then as you can see, I don't use anything else in here. I haven't used the stencils, and I've lost what was over here. I don't really remember what was over there. So that's that. And then I have 2 new products that I've just recently picked up that I have really been enjoying using. This one right here is the Maybelline New York Brow Define and Fill Duo, and I'm using it in deep brown. This side you twist off, and when you twist it off, there's some powder on here, and I use this powder to kind of fill in my eyebrows. And the way the applicator is set up, it's just enough product where you're not looking or applying too much to the eyebrow. And then on this side, you just pull that side off, and then this is the actual pencil side, and you can use that pencil side to kind of draw in the eyebrows or create more hairs depending on how you go about doing your eyebrows. I'm really liking this product here a lot. This one is, I'm kind of still on the fence about. I've got to get comfortable, I guess, with using it. It is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Retractable Brow Pencil. On this end you have a spoolie, and then on this end you have the actual product, and it's like that lined product, and you can turn it down and turn it up, which is really nice, but it's the flat type of applicator. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this color in here is amazing. But I've kind of been liking the Maybelline one a little bit better, just a little bit. I have a spoolie here, and then I'm missing my little scissors. Somehow they're gone. And then this is a synthetic brush I really do like using to highlight underneath my brows. So I'm going to leave this little bad boy in here, this brush in here, and that is everything that I will be using for my brows this week. Okay. So this is the last drawer, and this is where I would finish applying my makeup, and that is with my lips. So I'm going to share with you the 2 lip liners that I'm going to be using this week. Of course, my Ride or Die. Any red lip I use, or pinky red, I like to use this particular lip liner here. It's by Jordana. It's the Easy Liner, and it is in Cabernet. Okay, so this is a dark color, but it's a vibrant color too. It's very unique because it has a lot of blue red in this purple, and it is just so easy to use. A little bit, you can go lighter, a more vampier, deeper look, you can apply more. This is just truly my favorite. It never allows the lipsticks to bleed. It keeps everything nice and clean and in place. One of my favorites, definitely a staple Ride or Die. And then this one here is by Nobby. This is also a staple Ride or Die, and I'm using it in the color L20 Espresso. As you can see, this pencil is almost used up, so I'm going to have to go buy another one, but this is the perfect brown. It goes with any neutral brown lip that I'm doing, and so this is one of my favorites. And then here, all I have here is my Super Stay Matte Ink lipsticks. These are the colors out of the collections that I've picked up for myself. I think there have been 3 so far. These are the colors out of the 3 that I've really been enjoying using. Everything here I have used. Everything here works beautiful, and the reason why I have so many here to use for the week or the next couple of weeks is because these lipsticks are absolutely phenomenal. They stay in place. You cannot eat them off, kiss them off, drink them off. They just don't dry out the lip. The formulation is amazing, and the color that you see here on the outside is exactly the color that you're going to get in the inside. Another thing that's very unique about these lipsticks is that they mix well with each other, so you can create your own looks. I am a huge fan of these, and the longevity, like I said, is phenomenal, and the wearability is phenomenal. So that's what I'm going to be using on my lips this week. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this week's stash, Shop My Stash video. These are always so much fun. And doing these, I've missed each and every single one of you guys, so I'm kind of excited that I'm getting back into the swing of things and sharing stuff with you guys, and you guys sharing stuff with me. So thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Bye, guys.